21. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Running back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Keeps the legs moving. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. At the 20, he's got space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th and to the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field, they get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it, and the offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Line gets set, first down. On the option. He'll pitch it. At the 40, there he goes. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. On the run, it's Lacey. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Man, that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it there going the other way. Touchdown, UTSA. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To throw, it's Bacon. Using the quick game.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going up top. Oh, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking to throw on second down. A strike downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Bacon. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass is just too hot to handle. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Takes the grab. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. From the gun, the running back has it. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the defense got to stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 5th.
And the Roadrunners get it past the sticks.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. They'll go to the ground. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Roadrunners. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. In their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They believe they can run right here. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Back to throw, it's Bacon. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's running in the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Brown. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Can't get him to the ground. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run play action. Oh, he wants to throw it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Back to pass, it's Bacon. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And it's no good. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if this guy's going to get another shot at it. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Defense not showing press coverage. Going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep things.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
He's going to pass on second down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Off he goes. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Bacon. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 20. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They've got the screen set up. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Comes out throwing on first down. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pass on the way out. It's kicked off. Takes it the other way. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that plane, you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Going for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rebels. Getting set for the point after. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. After that, latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after he picked up a 4.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Allen. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Roadrunners are flying down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them. And they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Catches it at the 30. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Running with power. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out of the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, UNLV! The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
Your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go...
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, UTSA. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Incomplete on the 2-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. And the last last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Looking for room at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Using his legs, it's Lacey. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down moment.
He looks that one in nicely. Stopped after making the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's got it. Touchdown, Rebels. They move on top here in the fourth. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. Leaves it with the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Snatches it up right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's home in at the 10. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long, looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
He's got it. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to...
He's off to the races. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 1st down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Open space at the 25. All kinds of running room. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, UNLV. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by 11 over Hawaii. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Rebel. And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
Those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me, or you, Reese, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
On first down, here comes this offense. Snap it to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The back goes in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it on the outside, it's Hardy.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not...
Looking for the end zone. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.